Charlie, taking you through some of the things people are talking about and some of the stuff they're sharing around the world on Newsfeed today. Trump is racist. That's the hashtag after Trump's latest racist tweets. We mark 3 years since 251 people died in a failed coup in Turkey. Beware, next time you buy ice cream from the store, someone who does stuff for likes on social media may have licked it. And we'll tell you why this guy is blowing a horn. And at the top of our newsfeed, Donald Trump is racist. That's the hashtag and what many around the world are thinking right now. The American president posted a tweet that's asked for 4 female members of Congress who are all women of color to go back to where they came from. And for many of us, it was a moment of pain and remembering. This was exactly the same thing someone said to me when I was a kid, when I first experienced racism. Now, what this man put on social media a few days ago feels like the nadir in 3 years of lows in a presidency that was launched with a racist speech about Mexicans. But since none of the 247 Republicans in Congress have condemned it, it may just be the start of another dark period for America.
Wait.
After 2.5 years, we all know how this goes. Trump tweets, the world reacts. 2 months ago on Newsfeed, we reported new data suggesting Trump's tweets were beginning to lack shock effect. We were wrong. Over the weekend, the president was accused of racism after he tweeted this.
So interesting to see progressive Democrat congresswomen who originally came from countries whose governments are a complete and total catastrophe. The worst, most corrupt and inept anywhere in the world, if they even have a functioning government at all. Now loudly and viciously telling the people of the United States, the greatest and most powerful nation on earth, how our government is to be run. Why don't they go back and help fix the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came? Then come back and show us how it's done. These places need your help badly. You can't leave fast enough. And I'm sure Nancy Pelosi would be very happy to quickly work out free travel arrangements.
The congresswomen here are not explicitly named, but he was speaking about Democrats Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Rashida Tlaib, Ayanna Pressley and Ilhan Omar, 4 women who are progressives and known as the Squad, all of them women of color, and all of them US citizens. One of them, Ayanna Pressley, calls the tweet what it is.
This is what racism looks like. We are what democracy looks like, and we're not going anywhere, except back to DC to fight for the families you marginalize and vilify every day.
Hey everyone, it's Rashida. I want you to know that you belong, that this is our country, and no amount of hate-filled bullying from the White House is going to change that. We're going to fight back together, and we're going to become stronger for it.
Many say this is a new low, even for him. The hashtag Trump is a racist is trending. Others found it funny.
I'm sure that Nancy Pelosi would be very happy to quickly work out free travel arrangements. This tweet that you're just seeing now is clearly going to get, I think, a lot of discussion.
Someone's feeling very comedic today.
His attack came on the same day his administration threatened mass roundups of immigrants, and some of his supporters are shocked.
Sad to watch my friend Donald Trump take a low road. Let's stick to issues and steer clear of language that's xenophobic, even racist. POTUS, you're better than that.
In the lead up to the 2020 election, these Trump tweets are a key moment. A divided Democrat Party have been given the opportunity to unite, as has a divided nation. Is the US a place which will allow racism like this from the highest office in the land to continue, or will it choose another path?
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some...
During the 2016 presidential campaign, Trump capitalized on division and fear over Muslims, Mexicans, and other minorities. And it's clear he thinks this strategy will work again. Previous administrations may have done the same to varying degrees. But we are in a new world now. The racism of previous presidents was kept behind closed doors, in smoky rooms, and seen through their policy. This one, however, is laying out his racism for all of us to see.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the other things that we saw on social media. Jacob Zuma is dominating social media in South Africa. He's giving evidence at a hearing about how corrupt he and his administration were. The former president posted this on Twitter earlier today, mocking the entire process.
Zuma must fall, Zuma must fall, Zuma must fall, Zuma must fall, Zuma.
Well, this was part of Bastille Day celebrations in France over the weekend. A guy called Frankie Zapata took to the skies in his jet-powered flyboard to impress President Macron and those watching. It's powered by gas turbines. He did it while holding a rifle, a sign that this thing could be used by the military. Now, the last time we saw something like this was this, when the Green Goblin flew in Spider-Man. Well, this was the moment music royalty met British royalty. Queen Bey and Jay met Meghan and Harry. It happened at the premiere for The Lion King. And Paul McCartney brought out his old mucker and Beatles drummer for his show in Los Angeles. As you can imagine, the crowd went nuts. The last two living Beatles then went straight into Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Well, today we are marking the third anniversary of the failed coup here in Turkey. Hashtag 15 Temmuz Destani is a top trend with people sharing thoughts, feelings and memories. 250 people were killed on the 15th of July 2016. It was a moment which challenged a nation. People took to the streets to face down those who sought to bring about change through violence. Now, TRT World and trtworld.com have some special programming and content to mark today. Be sure to have a look at that. We're going to take a look now at how, after all of this, the city of Istanbul remained proud and defiant, and it's now getting back to its best.
The years 2015 and 2016 were tough for Turkey, and especially for its largest city, Istanbul. During those years, many people were killed and thousands injured in terror attacks perpetrated by the PKK and Daesh and a coup attempt by FETÖ. But despite all that, today, life in the city seems to have returned to normal.
İstanbul şu an çok daha güvenli hissettiriyor bence. Küçük çocuklarım var, o zaman mesela polis araçlarını bile mesafeli takip ediyordum, hani neme lazım diye, yanımda çocuklar olduğu zaman. Kalabalık insanların olduğu yerlere fazla gitmiyordum. Şimdi öyle bir kaygım yok, daha güvende hissediyorum kendimi.
2015'teki Türkiye ile şu anki arasında biraz fark var, yani bayağı bir fark var. O zamanlar tabii güvende hissetmiyordum kendimi. Hani dışarı çıktığımda hani bir şey olacak ya da ne bileyim insanlara karşı bir güvenim yoktu. Şu an biraz daha iyi ama hani biraz daha düzeltilebilir Türkiye.
Ben o zamanlar lise 3 ya da lise 4'e gidiyordum ve Beşiktaş'ta okuyordum. Beşiktaş meydanında çok fazla kalabalık olduğundan her zaman ailem uyarırdı. Yani şu an böyle bir kaygım yok, azaldı en azından.
Yani terör zaten adı üzerinde terör. Yani bir insanın gücünün yetmediği yerde birini ısırmak için yaptığı bir eylemdir. Ben kendim hiçbir zaman Türkiye'de bulunduğumda rahatsızlık duymadım yani. Duymam da. Ben Türk vatandaşıyım. Burada çarpışırım, ölürüm. Gene memleketten bir tane toprak, bir parça toprağa vermem yani.
Türkiye'nin güvenli bir ülke olduğunu düşünüyorum. Genel olarak güvenli bir ülke olduğunu düşünüyorum. Kalabalık yerlere gitmekten kaçınmamazlık da yapmadım. O dönemde zaten dünyanın birçok ülkesinde bu tarz şeyler oldu. İngiltere'de oldu, Fransa'da oldu. Tabii çok acı olaylar yani. Kayıplar çok acı olaylar ama şükürler olsun şu anda problem yok.
Okay, around the world now, some other stories you need to know this Monday. Now, all of Europe's global navigation satellites have been offline since the 11th of July. The system is called Galileo, and it's going through an unexplained outage. Galileo is Europe's version of the US GPS, and Russia have their own version too. So if your maps and location seem to be wrong, this could be the reason. 2 Australians have been arrested after attempting to smuggle drugs into the country hidden inside a vehicle used to dig holes in the ground. The excavator was imported from South Africa into Port Botany and had 384 kilos of cocaine in it. The drugs are said to be worth $140 million. The US military say they are ready to deal with potentially hundreds of thousands of people rushing a military installation in the Nevada desert. People on the internet have planned to go to a place called Area 51 to see if the US military is hiding evidence of aliens there. Now, Area 51 has long been said by UFO truthers to contain the truth about UFOs. Now, 1 million people have joined this group called Storm Area 51. They can't stop all of us on Facebook, including someone in the Newsfeed team. The storming is set for the 20th of September. Now, scientists say we can all reduce the chance we're going to get dementia in our old age by not smoking, exercising more, and eating a balanced diet. It's a new discovery after an 8-year study that shows even if dementia is in your family and you are genetically predisposed to get the condition, making lifestyle changes can reduce your risk dramatically. And the Mail Online have increased their clicks, writing an article with a headline which says the next 007 will be a black woman, and that has caused some people on the internet to froth at the mouth. But if you take the time to read the article, you'll see they've written the headline as clickbait, and they've used what they call a movie insider to give away plot point for the next James Bond film. According to the movie insider, there is a scene where this woman, Lashana Lynch's character, is called 007. It does not mean for all those frothing internet commentators that she's the new James Bond. Now, another day, another dumb social media challenge. And I use the word advisedly because it's less a challenge and more a chance for people to show just how disgusting they can be, all for the chance of getting likes on social media. Thankfully, some of the people who've been doing this have been caught by the cops. This viral challenge could end up with someone getting a virus.
Oh, you found, put it back, put it back.
This is the Ariana Grande challenge, because she did it first. She paved the way for these nasty motherfuckers to do this shit.
Gross. And last up, to Japan for this. Well, this happens twice a year at the Nara Park near Kyoto as deer are called out of the forest. It's a tradition which goes back to 1862 when the park itself first opened. Apparently the sound of the horn is attracting to these deer. They're then rewarded with acorn and they get to appear on people's Instagram. Well, that is all from the Newsfeed team. Reach out to me with your questions, comments, complaints, and suggestions. You'll find me at Kamali Melbourne. You'll find us 24/7 on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow me on Twitter. Follow, subscribe, and add. See you tomorrow.